You're watching Sports Talk with B Watts, along with my man Stephen Woodland out of Maryland, Georgia. We're bringing you the post game show of Colorado and Nebraska. Man, boy, it didn't go like I thought it was gonna go, but this is the hardest game they're gonna play on their schedule. Team I think they're gonna play on their schedule. And good thing they playing them early and get them on out the way. I had to figure they're gonna have a problem when everybody kept telling me it was gonna be like last year, but I said, oh no. I was kind of puzzled about it. But when I watched the game, this game was really over the first three series.
Correct.
Uh, Started out in the first series, the Jonte lost concentration, dropped two passes. Uh, they went out and scored with ease. The offensive line couldn't block. Hank, he struggled all night. Benson struggled all night. I kept asking y'all during the week, do y'all think they should change Bentley back outside and put Tyler Brown on the inside? Everybody said, no, we like the way it is. I said, okay. But I don't like that. I just don't like for some reason. And Brown, he struggled on the outside. So when I look at it, I think they went up 14-0.
Correct.
Colorado was fourth and I want to say fourth and two or three. Thought they would have
Correct.
kicked the field goal, but Coach Prime decided to go for it. And I said, wow, they didn't they didn't get it when they went for it. And then when they was down 28 to nothing in the third quarter, I thought they were gonna go for it when they was down there. They kicked the field goal. I said, oh, they got it's just everything just bad today for me. But that's okay though. But that's okay. But I think they lost control. They just lost control, man. They couldn't block them two big guys up front. And that blitz was coming around that end. The running back couldn't pick it up either. And also I saw starting off on the defensive side, it started changing when they took Trevor Woods out.
Mm-hmm.
They took him out. He's slowing him up. I keep trying to tell y'all, he's slowing him up. And then when they put Barnes in there, Barnes made two good plays, but he got penalties, man. I said, yeah, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? What's up, Paige Bond? What's up, Miss New York Finest? What's up, Jizzle, Miss Johnson? Like I said, I just don't, Mr. Whitman, they ain't physical enough up front. But they got some guys over there on that sideline I think could have matched up better.
Who do
Some
you
big
think?
boys.
Who do
Them
you
big
think?
boys. Anybody that weigh 350 pounds. Cause them two, that number 0 and number 9, he was tearing that center and that guard, whoever the two guards were, they were tearing them up. They would, man, put them pancake could have slowed it up a little bit. They could have slowed. You don't think they could have slowed up? Let's see. They,
Well, this is what I'll say. Congratulations to Nebraska, and for the person that know who I'm talking about right now, you all you got to do is hit me up on the text, and we'll take care of that. But what I'll say is this: congratulations to Nebraska. They played their uh, they had an objective and they knew what they wanted to do and they pulled it off to the T. They played very conservative. They played very conservative with the things that they were doing and they didn't make mistakes. That's the difference. The only difference is Colorado made mistakes and Nebraska didn't. Nebraska had an interception by Raiola that Bentley had right in his arms, and the ball went straight to the running back touchdown. We on the 2 yard line with two, and I'm like two. You're throwing the ball to a freshman on the outside, all the way by the sidelines, trying to throw the ball to a freshman on something, and then you look because something happened there. Something happened because you can hear him when he was talking to his dad. Something happened, but you should have never done that. Any other team would have ran the football wide on that play or a quarterback sneak to get off of the 2 yard line. Anybody else? Because if you play conservative with that, you wouldn't have that would have been a touchdown. It should have been 0-0. because even the first touchdown they got, it was from penalties. You had a 3rd and 12. And I'm sitting there like, you let this dude run for 15 yards. Ain't ran the whole season. The linebackers just left the middle wide open. He runs for 15 yards. When you watch it, I'm like, you can't believe this. You got another 3rd down where the boy runs to the right, throws across his body 35 yards on the opposite side of the field, and my boy Silman Craig didn't even turn around. If he turns around, he got an interception. And I'm like, come on, folks. Come on, folks. This stuff. And then this is what I love. The announcers, what a pass. If another person made that pass, they'd say, that's the worst pass. And a coach, you never make that pass. I'm like, come on, folks, stop this foolishness. But I congratulate Nebraska because they did what it took. They did the thing. But let me go with this one here. I like what the people are saying in there about Hayden. I'm gonna tell you right now. Why is it that you got a 3rd and 1 and we keep Charlie in the game? I do not understand it. And then
Hey,
fourth
I
and
only
one,
hey big dog, hey big dog. What's up, lot dog? Hey,
I told it.
yeah. But check this out. Check this out. Why he in the game on 1st and 10 when the game starts?
I don't get it. I don't get
I
it.
don't,
I don't get it.
you ain't gonna use him.
Not, and let's go here. This I'm putting the players played hard. The game plan was not good. The game plan was not good at all. The
Everybody
game
kept saying
plan
last week was it's vanilla. They ain't showing you everything. But they did the same thing that
They
week.
did the same thing. And this is what I didn't like. Why is it in the 3rd quarter now you're rolling two and you're
Now,
bringing the running back? I'm like,
yeah.
why isn't Hayden in the game running in the flats to give to give him an outlet? If Travis ain't open and Jim and them ain't open, drop the ball off to Hayden and let him run. I
But
just
Mr.
don't get it.
Steve,
I
Mr.
don't
Steve,
get it.
I don't,
And these
we shouldn't even be
timeouts.
there. What about putting tight ends and just run the ball, bro? Get two
But
or 3 yards.
but you're running the ball up against a team's strength. Even if you put tight
You ain't
ends in,
gonna
which
run
is
between the A gap. You can run it to the B and C.
well, now we're talking. Now we're talking, B Watt, but they don't do that. They
That's
run
what
the
I'm
tight.
saying.
They put the tight end in and trying to run behind the center. What sense do that make? That's their strength. They got 4 linebackers back there, 3 of the biggest dudes in college football, 2 of the biggest dudes in college football, and you trying to run up the middle with
Right.
a running back that weighs 180 pounds.
That's crazy, man.
It's
I don't understand
crazy.
it, man.
It's
But
crazy.
but to me, Colorado, Coach Prime, well, I'm putting some case. I'm gonna say he the head coach. Coach Prime need to see this. Now it's up to them to make the adjustment. If they don't make the adjustment, it's on them.
Oh,
They
it's
see
on
who
them.
it's
Coach,
on
coach,
them now. It's
coach,
on
coach,
them.
coach.
It's on he the head coach. He
He
got
the
to wear
head
that
coach.
when they winning. He got to wear that. He want the credit, and when they lose, he got to
He,
take credit,
hey,
bro.
hey, he got to take his lashes like everybody else
Yeah, that's right, bro.
when it comes.
They got to make
But
some change. He need to see this, bro. He need to see this.
and
All
he
this
need to
talking about I'm a pro. He come to meetings on time. He wears uniform right. His socks is perfect,
Hill
bro.
Green, Hill Green made the best play I've seen all year. On a perfect he tackled the guy behind the line of scrimmage, and they pulled him. Put Trevor in there, and
Jump
they
back
got a
in
first, and they got a first down on the
there.
third down. I'm like, come on, what we doing? What
I
we
don't
doing?
know. Man.
And
I don't
then
know.
this is what I like here. I tell them these timeouts. You let 15 seconds go and let the clock go down to 10 seconds and then call a timeout. And you had 3 timeouts. Some stuff we got to look at and say, come on now. Things somebody need to be up there. You got Baloney, the coach up there, Baloney, whatever his name is. They should be telling Coach Prime, Coach, we got 3 timeouts. We need a timeout now. You know what I'm
They
saying?
can't talk to him.
Somebody got to say, hey, coach, we got 3 timeouts. We need to get a timeout so we can stop the clock. Because what you can't have in first half, you got 3 timeouts and we're not using them. You
We
got
just
to
need the right
use it.
person. We need. I understand about timeout. They need the right personnel in there starting off, man.
But
And
that's the first thing. That's the first thing. Not only just right personnel. Why don't you help your quarterback out? See, this is where I tell
that's
people
why
where
he get hurt.
that he sure is, and it's gonna be on him.
Yeah,
It's
right.
gonna
Yeah, it's
it,
on them. They want to throw
it,
it. Man, run the ball.
and stop, and I'm gonna tell anybody there, stop with the offensive line. The offensive line ain't as bad as you think they are. If you run plays, if you watch them when they come and they roll to the right like they supposed to with a running back beside him that's releasing, and you got Travis on that side with Travis, and then you should have Jimmy rolling, coming on the opposite way so that you can have another option to throw the ball. Come on. He got three options. He could run the ball, he could throw to the running back. He got four. He could throw to Jimmy, or he got Travis, or throw the ball out of bounds. That's five options, and he don't get hit. What are we doing? If you can't tell me you can't run the ball, they can run the ball. They have what they have
They
done.
don't want to run it.
They don't want
They
to
don't
run the
prove it
ball.
to me. They don't prove it. They don't prove. They don't want to run it, bro.
They do not want to run the football.
Nah.
And if they would have ran the football, that score would have been 14-10. It'd have been better than 14-10 because when they were down there that last time, you got first down and you're on the 7-yard line, you get a sack. You go back another 7 yards. You throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, you lose another 4 yards. It makes no sense. Run the football wide, get 2 or 3 yards, make the defense slow them down, and then when the defense running as hard as they are, drop the ball. Hayden is perfect dropping the ball off to him. Hayden make plays. You can't tell me he don't, because every time I see him come out the backfield with the ball, he's running hard and he's pounding people. So stop it. I'm like, stop it. It gets to a point where they intentionally say, "Oh, we're running the ball, but we're not getting anything." Stop it. No, that ain't the case.
No,
You're
bro.
running that
Yeah,
ball up the middle against a team's strength. No, you're not getting nothing. Run out wide. You saw what Nebraska was doing, running out wide
right.
with speed. And my next question: why are you giving Travis the ball, putting him in motion, giving him the ball when Jimmy and Webster, the fastest ones on the team, to get them the ball in the smallest where they can cut and get up the field? I don't get some stuff. I don't get it. I do not get it. And then the formations. You got Shepard sitting over there, and I'm telling you, Shepard made two excellent plays. Why ain't Shepard going in motion? Why aren't you putting Shepard down bunched up with three receivers right there? Why aren't you bringing this is what I'm gonna ask. Why aren't you bringing that boy from FAMU and putting him in the backfield, or what a tight end go, and you running on third and one? Why aren't you putting a big offensive lineman back there? Because you can't say you can't, because when he raced Barnes, he was moving. And if he can do that with moving with Barnes racing him, he can get back there and block. I'm like, come on, folks, put a big person back there, offensive lineman, and that's the boy from FAMU, Thomas. Put him back. Make him wide. You going wide against a cornerback. So you telling me a DB is going to do a dude who's 310 pounds and Hayden behind him? Come on, man. It don't work like that.
Man, I knew it was gonna be a hard game, but bro, I didn't think they're gonna get
Bro,
blow out just like they got blowed out tonight. And this,
it ain't the
the
fact that they
offense
got
didn't
blown.
play good. The defense played all right. The Mata kicking low line drive field
But
goals.
they watched the tape. Nebraska watched the tape. I saw it.
I'm
He should
saying,
have had three of them blocked last game. I'm like, Mata, what are you doing? You trying to get more? He's trying to kick the ball further because that's what he said. If he kick it lower and then it keeps Mata, you need to get that ball up in the air because everybody's gonna watch now. You kick the ball too low. If not, he needs to come out the game and you need to put Feely in there kicking the ball because at least Feely get it up. I'm like, come on, folks. Come on, folks. And not on, I ain't even worried about Mata. My problem goes with how fast Schumer gets out of running the football. He goes and wants two to save the world, and that's the problem. Two
he
shouldn't
can't
have to
say
save the
he
world.
proved tonight. He can't do it by himself, bro. Quit
No, no,
going
no, no,
five
no,
wide.
no.
You don't need no five wide receivers. You don't even
Why?
need four.
He could do three with the tight
Yeah,
end and
yeah,
use the running back as an outlet instead of quick.
yeah.
And my next problem I have is this one here, and I'll tell anybody. You, you got they are so determined to have him back there throwing that ball and just leaving him on that island. Why? You got all of those players that can make plays. And if you look at the game, people like, oh, they beat him back. No, they didn't. Colorado gave him a touchdown because Bentley dropped an interception in his hand. That's 7. Shador gave him a touchdown. That's 14. That's 14 points. Now you turn around. Barnes gave him 20 yards on a 15-yarder and a 5-yarder on it. So he gave him 20 going the other way, which was a score. And then you had a 3rd and 12 in which the linebackers left the middle wide open, and he got that, and they would have punted the ball. They scored on that. So as bad as Colorado played, it's all mistakes it's mistakes. And I'm like, come on,
I don't
folks.
know about that. Now, ain't all of them make mistakes, bro.
Show me where they scored. Okay, the
Oh, you got to
intercept.
start. You got. The way I do it, I start how the game started. It's the momentum.
Yes,
They didn't have no momentum in the first first three
but you
possessions.
can't get no momentum when you're trying to pass the ball
That's
and
what
do
I'm
all
trying to
that,
tell
and
you.
somebody dropped the ball. Go wide and use the run. If you're gonna pass the
Nebraska.
ball,
Hey, I thought
use
I'd
the
never say
running
this,
back.
Steve. Nebraska took their soul, man. He took their heart. They took their heart from him, man.
Well, I don't know if they took their heart because what
That
I
is.
saw. Let me go. When you watch it again, you're gonna see them boys play hard. It was some hitting going on out
Oh yeah.
there.
They defense came to hit. They were hit. They were
So
hit
so
there.
so so I
Cameron
can't say
Simeon Craig, Cameron Simeon Craig,
a
and Kyle
Trevor.
Hill Green. Oh, they were laying that lumb
They
out
were
there, boy.
laying the wood.
Yeah,
Trevor put a hit on him today. And I tell you what, McKinley put a hit on him today. Hodge was hitting. So I'm not going with the defense was playing. Did they make some boneheaded plays? Absolutely. But what I did notice was this. Stoudemire back there make a difference too. Stoudemire at free makes a difference. He makes a difference back there because what they were doing that brought up Silman Craig and Stoudemire. He can go in the back. The more he gets comfortable back there, the better he's gonna get. And he can when he gets to the ball. He gets to the ball. He's looking to get an interception. So we got things to look at, positive things. But until coach looks at himself honestly and say, hey, I got to make some changes. I got to make some changes. And the first change I got to make, all this stuff about, oh, just like you said, I got to put the right people in the game, period.
I too.
Period. And the next thing coach got to do, we always say, why ain't they playing this person? And as soon as they put the person in the game, the first thing that person that we've been asking to come in the game, get a 20-yard penalty, get a 5-yard penalty, just silly stuff. And you're sitting there like, now I see why coach didn't have him in the game. I wouldn't have him in the game either. You can't play him. You can't play them. You can't do stuff like that. Then you turn around, those officials were horrible tonight. Jimmy
Oh,
Horn caught
they
that
were.
pass. Jimmy Horn caught that pass, those holdings. It was atrocious.
Yeah, they were
Jimmy
holding a
Horn
lot.
caught that 22-yard pass, which would have been a first down, and they rolled it. That hurts. That hurts. The announcer came and said, I'm like, the man legs down. What? He don't need him on one leg in college. What are we doing? But with that being said, I'm still going back to coaching. The schemes were horrible. The defensive players they had in there were horrible. It's awfully amusing to me. The second half, you're gonna go and put Hill Green and JB them in the game. They don't score. Both games, the teams don't score. But the first half, you put other people in there, and they running down the doggone field like it's training day.
They got to start them guys, man. I keep trying to tell you, you got to start them, bro. They got to start them guys. I don't care nothing about no. This dude don't remind me of no Brian Urlacher, man. I go, who kept saying and they kept repeating this stuff. I said, man, that's a lawsuit. Who's killing my name like that? But anyway, man. But anyway. Boy,
Hey, he
yeah.
remind me of Brian Greasy.
Hey, hey. Like I said, they just one loss. This game, this one of the loss. I said they going 10-2. This one of the game I think they were gonna lose, and they're gonna lose one more down the line. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
from what I seen today from Utah, their quarterback got hurt again.
He got hurt again. He got
Yeah,
hurt
like I
again.
said. And who else I saw today?
Kansas State was
Kansas
losing
State
until the
ain't looking
last
good.
minute.
Ain't none of them. Now Colorado
Oklahoma
gonna beat
State
them.
was losing. Oklahoma
Baylor,
State was
Baylor
losing.
gonna lose.
Notre
They gonna
Dame
beat a lot of
lost.
them teams. They gonna
Notre
beat
Dame got upset.
they gonna beat team in their conference, but Nebraska was just too much for them today. It was just too much for them today. I got to
Well,
get
it ain't the fact. But B Watts, you got to ask yourself, if Colorado played more conservative football, and what I mean by conservative football is good old fashioned football. Give Matt Rule his props. Matt Rule had that young boy in there. Matt Rule kept him. He didn't do anything to lose the game. He made a couple plays which he should have had two interceptions. He didn't get them, so woulda, coulda, shoulda. But Matt Rule put him in great position. Matt Rule rolled the boy to the right. He had 3 or 4 different options with the ball, and he made the right decision. Not Colorado. We gonna sit 2 in the backfield, put him straight up the middle, and then them boys blitzing and everything else and coming straight up the middle. I'm like, come on, folks, this makes
yeah.
no sense. Roll the young man, and why do y'all want to prove? And then for us as fans, that's why people shouldn't go jumping and saying, "Oh, this was." Slow down, people. Slow down. When you watch the game, you're going to realize the offensive line didn't play as bad as people think they played. Two of those. I'm telling you, when you go back and watch
I
it,
ain't, I'm just laughing at what you said, bro. I ain't laughing. Go ahead, man.
hey, what this is what I'm saying, B Watts. When you go back and people slow down and get their emotions out of it, they're gonna see they should have been rolling to the right. The right was safe. You had space on the right. You're not gonna have space up the middle because those guys are shooting, and then you're shooting linebackers behind them. That's up the middle. Roll to the right where you can see the field. You got a clean pocket, and you can get rid of the football. That slows that rush down. You Colorado did nothing to slow that rush down. Nothing. They didn't. If they rushing that hard, how is it that you didn't put the running back in the flats and hit him with the ball? You're putting the running back where you put, bless his heart, you're making him step up in the middle. What is he going to do in the middle? So now he's useless. Your running back's useless because you got him up there thinking he going behind Hank to do what? So what does two have now? He has nothing. He
Oh, he
has
got
no
some. They
outlet.
just on the sideline. He got some. They over there on the sideline. Yeah, I ain't going with that one right there. He got some talent. They on the sideline, bro. I'm trying to tell you
No, you're
that.
not. You got to hear what I'm saying.
I hear what
If
you're saying.
you
I hear what
need to
you're
have
saying.
an out, but you do need to have an outlet. The running back shouldn't be going up the middle to my some. I'm going up there
I
to
understand.
block it.
I understand that. He got to go up the middle to take on that blitz because there's another one coming around the end on that where a tight end should be instead of another wide receiver. They got
But
three
but
wide
but
receivers over here and two
but
over
but
there.
B Watts. No, he don't. If he's in the flats,
Um, hey man, I'm looking at it, bro. I'm an offensive coordinator. I'm looking at it.
I get what you
You bring
are.
another tight end in, take a wide receiver off. That's gonna Jordan Seaton got that target. They can double team him and guard,
Gotcha.
and that tight end can take that blitzing linebacker head on.
I got that. I got that. But my point still goes. You got the running back in the flats instead of bringing him up in the middle. If they're blitzing like that, even if they came with 1 second, you still got a running back right there in the flats. You just hit the running back right there. You can't sack me. It's impossible. I got the running back in the flats. Boom, he gets the ball. Just like Raiola was doing. As soon as they went over there, Raiola dropped the ball right there to the running back. He did it 7. They called 3 of them back. He ran 42 yards, 59 yards, and
But you
another
got
one.
just like you told me. Go back and look at it. Look at how they personnel was side up. Colorado personnel ain't side up like that. See,
Exactly.
you can roll
Exactly.
them in the back. Cause he would had a free, he would had two on coming straight up. Man, Hank Lazinski done wasn't blocking up front. It's just like it was last year. The center and the two guards. That's where the pressure came at. That's where
But
the
we knew
pressure
that.
came from.
But you
Huh?
knew that. But you knew that was going to
That's
happen.
why
That's
I
the
try to tell
trend.
y'all I would like to switch them back like they was in the summer. For some reason, they switched them in the spring. And I said, oh no, I don't like this, y'all.
But isn't Benson in the middle?
Yeah, he need to be the Tyler. Tyler Brown need to be down there. Or put Tyler Brown at the center. Hank Latinski getting blowed up, bro.
But
I'm
the
telling you. I'm
but
telling
the
man, I'm telling you.
but wait. But every offense I watch, the center is helping the guard. Everywhere else, the center ain't one-on-one on the best defensive tackle in the what you call it. The center is helped by the guard because they run.
Okay. They had that number 0 over here, and
Yep,
that number 8 or 9,
9.
whoever goes over here.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
And they
So
had
you,
a blitzing linebacker coming
but
down, and
but that
another one
blitz, but
coming around this end, free on to do it.
and my point exactly. If they're doing that, that means that your running back should be in the flats because who's guarding the flats? You got
I still
all
don't
those
think that. I
people.
don't think that'll work, bro. I really don't. I mean, if they throw it to him in
Wait.
the flat,
If you're
the
saying,
cornerback gonna come up and make the tackle.
what,
You ain't gonna get no yards game.
wait. Well, why did it work in the third quarter?
So now,
Why did it work in the third quarter when Hayden took the ball down the field?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Hey,
I
what
got to go back and look at it.
the first one where Hayden took the ball all the way down the field, it was all Hayden. Took the ball all the way down. How did it work
I
then?
seen him run one down now. I seen him run one.
He caught one out the backfield. He ran two. He took the ball all the way down there. And he took it down there because they were dropping off the ball to it. If you're rushing that many people, I'm in the flats. Get me the ball in the flats and let me run. It's not rocket science. If
Hey,
all of those
Shadu already done told you last weekend. Man, I'm trying to get LeJontay Hills, and I'm trying to get what you call here. You
you
see
ain't
how
trying to
Trav,
win.
you
You ain't
you
trying
see
to
how
win.
you
You
see
ain't
how
trying.
Travis acting with you. Man, they don't they ain't with this man. They can't handle their pressure. That way he was saying, get me the ball. He just going
But
off
but
with that.
but he got 100 and some yards. He got Travis shows up every game.
Every
Every
game.
game, every game, 12 shows up. I don't know what I'm getting from nobody else. I'm serious. I don't. You can't have a 200-yard game and tonight you get a
Yeah,
40-yard game.
that's right. All
I'm
of them
sorry.
disappeared.
I'm sorry. But one thing I can say, every game I know 12 is gonna get me he gonna give me that 100. He
Yeah, he
gonna give
gonna
me
get it.
80. He gonna give me 80 to 100 yards every game. I can depend on Travis. Travis
Right.
is Travis is like Western Union. He gonna get you. He gonna get there. That money gonna get
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah,
Western Union. The
yeah.
rest
I
of
give you
them,
that.
the rest of them, it's like Heckle and John. You don't know what you're gonna get. You like
You did that. Yeah.
it's like a
The bright
box of
lights, man.
chocolates.
Hey, them
It's like
bright
a
lights,
box of
boy.
chocolates.
them bright lights. I said that they ain't they used to playing at
Hey,
them small college. You on this big stage. Them, boy, they disappeared on me, boy.
hey. They thought they were the children of the corn. Them jokers was up there with that corn and them red overalls and saying words that they ain't heard in a long time. They like, boy, we down south. No, you in Nebraska. They gonna call you some words. They,
Yeah. Hey, that last hit Shadur took when they hit him to the head, he walked off. He walked. He said, "Man, I ain't standing." He walked. They hey, they hit him so hard. It really was a cheap hit. Cause
it
he
was
was
a cheap
going
bet.
down. He came down with his forearm. Oh yeah, Shiloh broke his forearm. I seen
Yep, Chadozi
Block
hurt.
Bullet, something wrong with his arm.
Yeah, Chadozi hurt. Hit something wrong with his arm too. But that's just football. That's football.
Right.
Nebraska had players that's hurt. That's just football. But to all of that, I will say this one here. If Coach Hartnell is not looking at their positions, and then Coach Fleece ain't looking at his positions, it ain't nothing I can say to him. I'm just looking at him and say, man, it ain't about winning because all that good stuff and all that, it ain't about winning. And then I'm gonna tell the players, y'all need to get out of y'all self and be disciplined to the point of why are you jumping off sides? Why are you doing these late hits? It just makes no sense. You have to get to a point where I'm so disciplined, whether I'm winning or losing, I still got this. I still got my IQ. You can say whatever you want to about Travis. Travis can be over there mad as all get out, but he keep his head. He's
Right.
in the game. He ain't one of them ones that getting over there, oh man, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna hit somebody regardless. Or I'm up here before the ball gets hyped, I'm gonna hit the person and the ball right in front of you. Where they do that at? You don't move until what move?
So that ball move.
And what kind of talent do you need to have to understand I don't move into the ball move? That doesn't take talent.
No, it don't.
It don't take talent. So what you're saying, Coach Prime is going to have to look at himself, and he has to be honest with himself. Let's stop the bull jump. He's going to be upset with himself tonight because if he would have played conservative, like he should have, and say, hey, I see right now that this momentum is going in Nebraska's way. It's going their way. Let's play conservative with that 7-0, with that crap, and we're down on the 2-yard line. Let's play conservative. Let's run the ball wide. Let me put my quarterback behind the center. I would have did a quarterback sneak where at least you got to the 4 or 5-yard line and then get the running back and run out wide. Those are things, that's being conservative. We punt the ball, give it back to my defense and say, hey, defense, let's do something. Let them make a play and force them to do it. But you don't beat yourself. They beat themselves. Matt Rule just sat there and say, we're going to play conservative. We're not going to beat ourselves. We're going to let them do all of the silly things and things that they did last year, and we're going to beat them. And we're going to let them put people in the game who shouldn't be in the game and run up our strength, and we're going to wear their heads loose. And I'm sitting there like,
Well, you ought to
hey, but people out there in podcast land, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and tell me it's some roses and stuff like that. If Coach Prime does not do a self-assessment, everybody does it. Nick Saban does a self-assessment. The difference between Coach Prime and Nick Saban is this: ain't nowhere in the world two would have been throwing that ball with Nick Saban. I saw Nick Saban getting Lane Kiffin's butt so hard that I was like, he went up him right and left, and he told him, you gonna run this doggone ball. If you don't do anything else, we gonna run this ball the next 15 plays. I don't care if we get 1 yard, we running this football. And Lane Kiffin over there looking, and he would go away from it. Nick Saban would go and get in front of him to yell at him so that he knew that what he was talking about. So
right.
coach is going to have to go there and say, I know two can do everything, but sometimes he just needs to do the simple things. Let these other players eat. And if they eat, we eat. And that's the bottom line. I'm not criticizing him tonight. He ain't the, but sometimes I know you're saying everybody, oh, two should not be the person winning these games. Coach should put this on his defense. How is it that when he put it on the defense in the second half, he ain't got number 6 points scored on him for 4 quarters? 4 quarters in the second half, only 6 points. Put
I'm
the
just saying
pressure,
that they had the
put
right
the pressure on
personnel.
the
They
defense.
wait. They wait to they get down and out, and ain't no way out of to make the change. Start it off like that.
Not only do you start it off like that, this is what I'm saying, B. Watts. If Coach Prime had Staub in the game, they wouldn't call their game the way they call it. When
Right.
Staub came in the game at the end, didn't you see it totally different? Total different offense. It wasn't all that let two get back there and let two cook. Two don't need to cook. Two just needs to get back there. Let's make the smart plays and let my weapons do what they do. I'm not saying he ain't gonna be throwing the ball, but what I am saying, you do have a running back, and we need to make it smart. We need to make it easier for him instead of he has to make miracles. He has to make miracle throws. Roll him to the right. Roll him to the, and when you're rolling him, design a play where you got a tight end like Kansas City. How can you watch Kansas City and you're not utilized? I just don't get it. I'm like, come on, folks. I don't get it. I watch Kansas City design plays, man, and I just marvel. I'm like, that is the most beautiful play I've ever seen. And it gives the quarterback 6, 7 options. Why is it that he has to come back there? He has to do Houdini. He has to spin a Rooney. He has to do the Booker T, where he do the spin a Rooney, then go the opposite way, drop the elbow. Then he got to do the Stone Cold Stunner, and then he got to keep going. Man, that's just too much. It's too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, you're right, man. I said, man. But
But
like
that's
I
gonna
said,
go. That's
they
gonna
ain't
go
got
on Coach Prime. That's on Coach Prime because Coach Prime should be there because it's awfully funny when Coach Prime get on that defense. He went and talked to that offensive line today, and it was awfully funny after he lit into him. Third quarter, they driving the ball, they running the football. But why do I got to yell at you? You got 98,000. They probably got 11 million people watch today for Colorado. And it's only 4 people that people gonna get props to today. Silman Craig gonna be one because he
that ball
he was
hit
he
it.
made some plays. He
That
made
ball
some
hit
plays
it.
today. Travis Hunter is 2. Travis did his thing. And then you're gonna look at they're gonna say 2 because 2 is tough. He stayed back there, he did some things, blah blah blah. Two still he put more numbers up than Ravioli, but still, you'll put him as 3, and who would be the 4? And I tell you what, Hill Green don't get all them play, but he is hitting. Hill Green is hitting, man. So I'm like, well, I even put 4. My boy Green played well. BJ played hard today too. But BJ played hard today. Hayes played hard. It is not the fact that they're not playing hard. It's that they're not uh, they're not committed as a team. And people like, well, you don't. Yeah, they're not. And the reason I say they're not committed as a team right now, everybody wants to try to win the game. Nebraska didn't do that. Nebraska said, we're going to do our job. Our job is to get here and stay right here out on the outside, make sure nobody lose containment. That's what they did. Not CU. Man, we behind. Everybody nervous. Everybody nervous. We behind. I gotta make this play. No, you don't. You do not have to make a play. It's third. How many third and eighths and third and 15 that boy got because y'all lack discipline and didn't do the simple things. If it's a third and 15, why are you letting a 2-yard pass go for 15 yards?
Hmm. Man, I just said, I was stunned, bro. I said, man, I couldn't understand it, man. I
Hey,
couldn't
hey,
understand
hey,
it.
hey, hey, hey.
Uh,
This person right here need to stop it. Tyrod Taylor ain't never made the passes that 2 makes. If you want to be if you want to be funny with facts. The good thing you can say, but what one thing I can say about Tyrod Taylor, he making more money than we making. He got a nice contract. He in that NFL. I saw he got millions behind his name. So I'm not gonna disrespect a man that's doing way better than I'm doing, and is at a level that I never got to. So if you're gonna say that Tyrod Taylor, I could, but 2 is at another level than Tyrod Taylor. So if you want to go that's on you, but that's not a good assessment. But I get it. If you want to be funny, hee ha ha, that's funny. If you look at it, Ravioli didn't do nothing tonight. He didn't do nothing. Ain't do nothing special. He handed that ball off. Is all he did. And them running backs ran for them 2 touchdowns. What else did he do? He threw the ball 2 yards, and the playmakers ran for 20 or 30 yards. He only got 100 and what, 50, 60 yards? That's all he got.
I think you had about 180 something.
Okay, 180 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
Where we do that at? How many touchdowns did he get?
Probably about what, one?
What? Yeah, only one because the running back. I know the running back got 2. Shador gave him 1. That's 21. So he
Yeah.
couldn't have had no more than 1. So
Right. Ain't
it
that
ain't
close
like
one.
it ain't like he was a Mahomes. He wasn't no Mahomes. He managed the game, and kudos to him. He did what he's supposed to do. He should have had 2 interceptions to go with it. he wouldn't have got that one touchdown because that's when that Bentley dropped the interception.
Right. Yeah, he
So
did. He
that's his
did that.
touchdown on the interception. So he didn't do
Yeah.
nothing special. So you're sitting here like, oh, you're sitting here like he's the savior. No, other teams are going to take advantage of it because they saw tonight, this is what we can do to take care of that. And you can keep on from there.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm moving on to Colorado State. That doesn't go. But it's some things that it's some things they can take from this game and learn going forward, bro.
Oh,
And like I said,
absolutely. Absolutely. Are
they
they
can learn from
serious?
it. Like I
Are they
said, this
serious?
yeah, they gotta be serious, man, about that lineup. They gotta start out right, man. You gotta play the best player, bro, if you want to win. If you
If,
want to
hey,
win.
and everybody come out protecting two, but two got to protect itself. You cannot sit back there just throwing the ball like you think it's Christmas time. Bruh, if you see you getting all of this heat, how can you slow a running a pass rush down? That's the first question I ask. How did Nebraska slow the pass rush down? Get the ball out your hand, great schemes with playmakers. That's all you have to do. Use
Yeah,
the running back, use the tight end, do something different. Get him underneath the center. Wow. It- but my point goes again, if Coach Prime don't look at this and say, hey, time out. What I'll tell people is this one here. I like what I see in the second half of Colorado. I see a tough physical team. I see a team that can play with anybody and can play with any team. I ain't hearing they stopped the run. They stopped the run. The problem is on third downs, they weren't disciplined in their assignments. And when you're not disciplined in your assignments, you're going to get beat on them. So when you go back and watch it, you're going to be like, man, I watched this here. That should do a touchdown was horrible. That was horrible. That was horrible because that should have never happened. That goes on Schumer. He should have never called that play. And then to put a freshman over there, where do we do that at?
I don't know what went on tonight. I don't know what their mindset was, man. I was all
Hey,
hyped up and everything. I said, man, we gonna
bruh,
smoke these guys, and boy, we end up getting smoked.
12, I guarantee you, over 12 billion people watched that, and
Oh
they
yeah,
just
oh yeah.
shaking their head. They said, but what people do realize, Nebraska ain't no game changer. When Nebraska plays a team that comes out and they're going to look at it and say, we're going to put pressure on Raiola and we're going to make sure we stop that little quick pass that they got. It's gonna be a game changer. And on their defense, people are going to go out wide on them. We're going to run wide on them, and we're going to do it that way. We're not going to play to their strength. You don't play to someone's strength. If their strength is up the middle, why are you running a 185-pound walk-on up the middle?
He said, walk up. Walk,
That's what he
walk.
is, walk-on, because,
He a scholarship player now, big dog.
okay, you can call him whatever you want to. He got that scholarship, but the way he playing walk-on material right now. Because I guarantee you, and this is no disrespect, it's people behind him that's ready
Oh,
to eat.
they
It's
ready,
people
they
ready to eat.
can eat. They just won't that man. Man, Coach Fleet won't put him out there, bro. He won't put him out there. Or somebody, I ain't said it with him. Somebody won't put him out there. Put it
Hey,
like that.
I'm putting it this way. I'm gonna put it to you this way. Coach Prime them have to win. And if you have to win, you need to put the people out there that can put you in that position. You got tape now. I don't want to hear nothing. You got tape. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I love their character. I love the fact they get to wear the uniform. If the game is 40 or 50, you can put them in. You need to put your horses in.
That's
Enough's enough. Enough's enough. Get somebody also up there in that booth to tell Coach Prime, Coach, you got 6 timeouts. We need to use this at this time. You need to help. He can't do everything. He's calling offensive plays. He's calling defensive plays. Then he's chewing people out over here on this one here. Help him out. Help him out. And that's not a bad thing. Other coaches got this. Other coaches have people designed. When we get down to the 2 minute, this coach here is going to be in their ear telling we need to do this. You have to utilize your resources. If you got all of this NFL experience, you have to utilize it. You have to say, hey, I'm gonna do this here where I let them control this here. We're gonna manage this one here, and this is for winning. It ain't about, oh, I can do everything. I don't need to do everything. I pay people for that. And when you pay people for that, what are we talking about? So coach is gonna have to go and say, hey, Schumer, when it comes to two, when you call a play, two is not coming out of that play. He runs your play.
That what the last OC got mad at him about. He, my bad, I ain't supposed to say that. He got to run that play, man. He can't. You're right. See, I didn't want to say that. I'm glad you. See, if I had said that, they would have killed me, man. They'd kill
Hey,
me for saying that.
they
I'm glad
they
they
can
don't want to see that, man.
hey
It's two, bro.
they they
Whenever you call a running play, you can't be checking out of that running play, bro. They
you
call
can't.
that running play for a reason.
It's for a reason, and it's to help you, not to hurt you.
That's
Get
right.
out of get and the next thing I'm gonna tell coach is this one here. I don't want to hear how much somebody know and all of this stuff. Good. Your person knows the game, they understand the game, they got this. But you have somebody that's over you that's called a coach. The coach is calling certain things. If that coach ain't competent, fire him. If the coach is competent and he's the coach that you know is the right person for what you want to do, when that coach call that play, two, I'm telling you, gonna be the greatest, could be the greatest ever. He needs to run the play. I don't care if he don't agree with it. I don't care if he feels if that coach calls that, run the play so everybody else understands when we're running these plays. Because what happens is this here at a certain point. If you're doing that, other players know you're doing it. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, you could destroy your team with stuff like that. When the coach called a play, this is a team. If it's a team now, hear what I'm saying. If it's a
I
team,
hear what you're saying. I hear
it,
exactly
it,
what you're saying.
and I'm being real, and this ain't
I've been
criticizing.
real since I've been on him.
I'm just letting. I'm not gonna lie to people out in podcast land, and people can
Mm-mm.
get. I don't know Coach Prime personally. I don't know Coach. I don't know anybody up there. I don't know
Right.
not one person up there personally. I'm
I'm
not
with
gonna and I'm not gonna disrespect anybody up there. And I'm not gonna say they don't know nothing and I would never do that because that man is at a level that I have never obtained. So
right.
I'm gonna respect what he's accomplished, and but I will give him feedback. Everybody needs feedback. Coach Prime, if your people, but besides you ain't telling you, Coach, with two, this is what we need to do. We need to do a little like they're doing with Raola. Starting games off. Let's start him off. Let's go conservative, starting these games off. And when he's heating up, let him cook. But that's when he's heated up and the offensive line is going and everything. Then let him cook. But don't start the game off where you're putting everything in his hands and you're telling him to save the world. That is a terrible strategy. And it makes no sense. Especially when you can put it like you did at Jackson State. At Jackson State, two wasn't saving the world. It was his defense. His defense kept him in every game. Two was conservative. They were running the football, and two made enough plays to win the game at the end. That's what I'm looking for. Get that defense where it forces the defense to be disciplined and understand defense, the game is in your hands. You need to bring us home. And when you do that, it's going to allow two and this offense to thrive because they don't have to feel like because it's too much stress. You got two of them out there feeling like we got to score every time we that's crazy. You do not have to score every time you get the ball. Look at what happened tonight. You'd have got if you would have came down there and scored 30 points or 29 points, you win the game. Well, not 29 points. You should have had four. You should have had. It should have been 17-14, and you win the game. Get rid of that interception, and then that other one at that Bentley. You got right there 17-14, you win the game. But not them. We gonna put the Brian Urlacher, and we gonna put Rocky Balboa, and we gonna put we
Hey,
doing too much.
hey, CoachPrime on record, man. He can't let y'all call him out for saying that, bro. He got to give him a
Wait.
shot.
You can still have him as Brian Urlacher as far as the things he done. Is it about winning or is it about being right? My wife tell me all the time, do you want to be right or do you want to keep this marriage right? It ain't no other way. She tell me
I
all
know
the
that's
time.
right. Yeah,
Now if you want to be right, you're gonna be cold on that side of the bed. But if you
right.
want this marriage right, it's about doing what's right. And so it ain't about me being right. It's about me doing right. And that's what coaches do. And this is feedback to coach. And people can go and whatever you want to. It ain't about being right, coach. It's about doing right. And
Right.
doing right is this one here. I can say you guys are doing some good things because whatever you're doing in the second half, y'all need to create that. You need to go, whatever's going on in the second half, that should be created in the first half.
Somebody said, send a super chat. Said, appreciate you for the super chat, Miss Ross. She said, Nebraska did God's work tonight. Okay. I mean, Nebraska did what
Good.
they had to do. I give y'all
Nebraska
credit on
won.
that.
But
I ain't
I don't know what God gets in there with it because
gonna nah,
God loves everybody. And
yeah,
God ain't no but Nebraska, well, I like what you said. Nebraska did what they supposed to do.
that is-
They went in there, they whooped a team that they thought that they could beat, and they did beat. So
that is-
kudos for you. I say kudos for you, and thank you for that chat because I'm not gonna criticize Nebraska. Nebraska did what they supposed to do. A team coming in your home, in your stadium, you whoop their tail.
they got to run
Especially,
it, man. They just got to
es-
run
especially when this team is determined to do business as usual. You cannot have that last year's strategy. When are you gonna change it? And I'm gonna tell anybody, do not tell me you cannot run that football.
it.
I've seen that you can
You
run
can
the
run it.
football.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
run
run
the
it.
football.
They
And
can
them
run it.
boys want to run the football.
Right.
But they're not gonna do it because everybody, and this is and I'm gonna tell Uncle Neely, and I love me some Uncle Neely. You need to well, we're gonna keep the ball in two hands because that's the greatest chance to win. No, your greatest chance to win is this. We're gonna utilize all of our resources, which is all of the players out there, all of the players out there, and make sure all of the players know everybody has a job to do. Now, what I will say, Uncle Neely is 1,000% right in is two is the ball should be in two's hand. I agree with that 1,000%. But with the ball being in two's hand, two should be having those plays in which it gets into the playmaker's hands. You shouldn't be trying to get 20 yards, and this would two hurt himself. He's trying to get too much. Travis is right there, 5 yards, right in his face. He's still looking downfield. That ain't on the offensive line. He wouldn't have got that sack. Travis is right there. Jimmy in his face on one of them. He wouldn't have got a sack. Some stuff, it ain't just that offense. When you go back and watch, it ain't gonna just be the offensive line.
All
It's
right.
gonna go back and watch. You're gonna
I'm
see
gonna watch it
Travis.
again. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it in a few minutes.
Go back and watch and play Travis. Travis tells why do you think Travis jumping around? Travis was 7-11. Travis was open. Travis
I've
was
seen
open.
him open. He was open a lot of times.
He was open. He should have got the ball way more than he did. He got 100 and some yards, but I'll tell all of them, let's quit trying to make two the savior for this team and make the team the savior. The team needs to be the one. It's about the team. I'm going to stop. Two is the man. I ain't taking that from him. But we're going to go back to the basics. The basic is we need to do this as a team. I can't wait to hear what Coach Prime gonna say too. We need to do this as a team. We need to get together as a team, and we need to bring this loss could be a good thing. This loss can bring
Yeah,
them
I
over
thought
there.
it gonna
Hey,
help. It help them open their eyes, bro.
It opens up your eyes and it lets everybody know. This is what I'll tell them. If I was in the locker room, I'll tell them this here. I say, guys, let me explain something to you. You had 11 million people watch you tonight. You were out here with 93,000 people. What we did in the first, what I tell them is, we didn't put you in a position to be successful
Right.
in the
There
first
you
half.
go. There you go.
I'll say, coaching, we didn't. We did some things that really put a lot of stress on you guys and really put you in bad position. If you don't put your players in a position to win and be successful, that's not on them. That's on the coach. If you're on the 2-yard line, you're not throwing the ball all the way on the opposite side of the field. You'll never see another coach do that. You won't see it. You won't see an offensive coordinator do that. It just does not happen because it's too many mistakes you can make. If that ball does not get where it needs to get at the speed, that's a quick fix for anybody. And
Right.
it changes the game. That interception changed everything.
It
Now,
hurt.
just
It hurt.
imagine if you run the ball 3 times and punt it, what happens?
Right. That hurt
What
them,
happens?
man. We throw that yourself, that hurt.
It hurt. Man,
It hurt.
the
Especially
air went out of the
that
building.
didn't happen when the first drive, the first time you had the ball, you went 3 and out.
And why did you go 3 and out? Because you're throwing when you throw the ball and that receiver don't catch the ball,
Boy,
it just makes no sense. You determined to tell everybody, I'm gonna do it my way regardless. If I and that makes, to me, that that is not about winning. That's about trying to be right. You have to look at certain things and say, come on, guys. You got them run. And if I'm them running backs, I'm back there and I go to Coach Prime. I'm like, Coach, give us an opportunity to
yeah.
do right by this team. If
Them
I'm the,
boys.
I'm gonna ask him. I wouldn't do it in front of nobody, but I would go to his office. If I'm them running backs, I go as a group, respectfully. I'm like, Coach, and Coach is gonna respect them because you know what he gonna do then? He gonna give them that ball to see, and then come back to him and say, Hey, you didn't keep your. But those running backs, I feel truly, Hayden should be that cowbell.
You
Get
should.
Hayden going, and then use I want to use Augustus and then use my boy Welch. What? Let us see this, because what's going to happen is this, BWatts. They're going to use them later on, and them boys going to be back there smoking, and then we're going to be like, well, why didn't we use them? Well, they wasn't ready. Yeah, sir, stop. Let's stop this. Them boys ready. Let's put them in a position and go from there. And I'll tell Coach Brian this one here. I said, Coach, at the end of the day, you're running the show. And I like what you're doing. I think you're doing a fantastic job in a lot of aspects. But in these aspects, these are things we need to do. I understand why you playing these players, but if you watch the tape and the tape shows something different, Coach, we got to go by the tape. I'm just sorry. Hill Green and JB, it's different. It's
Yep.
different.
And
It's
you got
different.
Webster over
And Cheney,
there.
it's
Exactly.
different. And you got Cheney, it's
I
different.
know. I know,
It-
man. I know.
and not only that, when you start your offense and I see Charlie in there, and I'm like, oh my God, come on, folks.
I know that's right.
I'm like, come on, folks. And I'm one of Charlie's biggest fans. But
I,
Charlie,
did-
I'm
I
your biggest
understand, but
fan
man.
when it's the fourth quarter and we up by 40. It's Charlie time.
Yeah.
It ain't Charlie. And then you're running Charlie up the middle against two guys that's the best in the business, and they over 330 pounds.
He
And you
can't
got
run him
three,
outside. No, he ain't got the speed.
and exactly. And he's not, but this is what I'm saying.
He don't need to be in the game, bro.
No, this is what I'm saying. Charlie don't have it. And what I mean by it is this: you got running backs that even when they get hit, they still can cut and make a play. Charlie ain't that. Charlie just runs hard.
Yeah.
Charlie don't hit them holes where, okay, it's this little slither right here, and this person see. I'm gonna give you an example. That hood boy. That hood boy cuts on a dime. And when he
I
cuts
know.
on a dime and he hits up, he got that next speed where he can get there. Welch, hard runner, and he hits, and he's so low to the ground that you're not
Right,
gonna get good hits off him, and you can't see him. You won't see Welch too much come there because he's so small. As far as low to the ground.
right.
Charlie don't have that. Charlie come up there and you don't see nothing but a dude with a mustache. Oh, I'm gonna kill him.
What? Well, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off and go watch this game. Steve, why you up? What? You up? Coach Dre gonna get you with that one. Steve, you can coming up tomorrow night with us, man.
Yeah, I'm. Hey, and like I tell people, I don't run. I don't run.
Yeah, I still had it, man.
I'm still a CU fan. But
I am too, man. I'm riding with them all the way. They needed this law. They needed this because this is one of the ones I have them losing.
yeah,
For Tulsa,
and
they
it's
gonna
not
go
a
Kansas State,
it's not a division game. This
right?
ain't one that'll hurt. But my point is this one here. Everybody needs to know that everybody needs to improve. I'm not blaming players. I'm not going on there and say, oh, it's just a coach. Everybody needs to improve. And
Yeah,
I'm not just saying they need to go and make all these here changes, but what I am saying, you got tape now, and you can go back on those tapes, and I'm watching the second half of both of those games, and I'm watching to see what we do successful and who's in the game, and that's what I'm going to take from it.
good point, man. That's it right there. Hey, we want to thank y'all for watching the post game show of Colorado and Nebraska. I'm B Watts, and that's my man Steve Woodland. We'll be back tomorrow night with the game at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all come back. We're gonna talk more about it, and I'm just gonna sit back and see what Rod the Man Media, Coach Dre, Stephen Woodland, and I got Greg Steady coming on also. I'm gonna
Oh
see
my
what they
goodness.
can. It's go. It's go. He been texting me all through the game, man. I said, man, I see it, bro. I see it. But hey, we'll talk more about it tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Steve, have a good night, man. See you tomorrow,
Have a
bro.
good one, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Scope up, y'all. We still
Go
gonna
Buff.
win this time.
Hey,
We
we
still
still
gonna
winning. We
we
still winning.
loud out, loud, hey, loud out. We
Hey,
still gonna
Law
win this
Law can't
time.
help himself. He
Hey,
got
I
hey
know. Hey,
Law Law calling everybody. He a bookie
yeah,
now. He a
yeah.
bookie now.
Yeah, you right. We still gonna win this Big 12 though. I promise you that. Have a good night, bro.
Enjoy.
Yes, sir.